Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today, we're going to be fixing my Kawasaki Bayou. If you guys watched the video of me driving this thing in a creek, I sunk it. One problem was my snorkel leaked into my airbox, and the reason why it shut off was because my carburetor got fuel through the drain thing. I got a way to fix this, and yeah, so we'll get into fixing this thing. Alright guys, and I also see that right now you guys are really liking my four-wheeler videos. The views have been getting pretty good, so I'm going to disconnect my light bar. This is a 20-inch light bar off of Amazon. Came with the kit with the ponds. We're going to pull that off. We're going to pull this rack off, and we're going to pull off the plastics. Looks like 2 bolts here, and then there should be 2 more bolts under, or maybe 2 more bolts under the seat, it looks like. And then hopefully this whole thing will slide out and we can get to see the full snorkel more than what I've been able to see. Would be a great idea. Let's put multiple bolts on the inside of their plastics.
That doesn't sound like a good idea at all to me.
Yeah, right there's a bolt, and then down there there's 2 more. Yeah, who in the shop, who in Kawasaki Design said, you know what, you know, make people that work on them really happy? When you want to go take off your front fenders, you have to just take off. You think you'll only have to take off like 4?
Yeah.
Turns out you'll have to take off 20. This is the dumbest design. Might actually pop off my gas can too. Not that, I don't think that you have to, but for what we are trying to do, might actually work better. Oh my gosh, I swear. That bolt's in there so tight. Here we go. She's out. 1. I just don't know if I can fit in this pocket. These front ones are. Look at that. How dirty that is. Dad.
Yeah,
Oh my. Wow. Alright. Well, got the plastics off, missed the shot, but I don't really care. I got them off. So, now, now I think to get to this snorkel, as you guys can see, all my vent lines are run here, right by here. I think I'm actually going to, whenever I run them, I'm going to actually try to get them up under there. But what I'm going to do now, try to pull off my gas can, just because I think with the 2 bolts there, and I'll have to disconnect, or 3 bolts, it'll actually benefit whenever I try to put my stuff on here. So we're going to pull off my 3 bolts. There you go, that's how your gas tank comes off. It's also probably going to be titled Removing Everything on the Front End of a 4-wheeler to Fix One Problem, because that's what I had to do. Now we're going to come over here and see, see, this is Kawasaki's factory snorkel. It's got the spots to hold it up and everything. This is their factory snorkel. That runs up. And then it turns here and it gets smaller here. Now what I wish that Kawasaki did was ran a bigger brake hose. Ooh, that's not good. That thing's a little bit worn. But what I wish that they would have done to fix this problem of this thing getting smaller is if they would have run a a longer brake hose and ran this on the other side, which I wish that I could do, but I don't think that there's enough brake. Yeah, there's not enough brake line there. They would have run a bigger, if they would have run a longer one to the other side, it would have caused less problems. Don't know if anyone else has had these same problems that I have had, but I've had some trouble trying to snorkel this thing. Now, yes, you could cut this snorkel here and run it straight out through. I don't know if you guys could do that, but you guys could cut the snorkel back here where it stays an actual pipe and then just run it straight through that hole and then up. Or you guys can do what I'm doing and try to keep it as stock looking as possible. Is I'm going to try to fit a bigger motor in this thing. In a couple years, I'm going to try to fit like maybe like a 500 or a 400 cc motor in there, and do like a whole entire. I'm going to build my own A-arms that are longer. I'm going to cut those there, cut those right there, build them longer, build all my A-arms longer, and I'm just going to build this thing taller, where it's a little bit bigger, and then put a more higher performance engine in it. So there should just be 3 screws holding it on. These two right, this one. It should pull out easy. And then there should be this back one right here. I would remove the rear plastics to pull this, but that is too much work. Now we're going to let that go. Then you're going to need a small screwdriver, like a nice old skinny one. And there's going to be a hose clamp down here. That's not going to work because the Phillips is not going to work. So then you gotta go throughout your options and see what size these things you have to go around the hose clamp. And luckily, I got one close enough where I can loosen up the hose clamp and pull her out. Oh, wow. Now that's really crazy. That's how much air really needs to go in there. That much. So you guys have this 1/2 inch pipe, 1/2 inch, and the real amount that's going in there is only about 3/4 of an inch. So this bike would be very hard to starve in air. Something off, you don't know what to use. Brake and parts cleaner, or carb and choke cleaner. Now either one work. I think brake clean works a tad bit better. It will also now that's going to go over that. Then I think we're going to actually cut this piece. We're going to cut another piece that is smaller. So we're going to cut a smaller piece. And this is going to be the piece that whenever you put your coupler on, this is going to be the piece that first goes over it. Alright, now that we got this first piece on, we should heat shrink to it. And what we're going to do is we're going to try to pull this piece back as far as we can and heat this up. Now we're going to run, after we heat shrink that, we're going to run some silicone around the outside, just like that. Now, we are going to heat shrink this piece. Try to throw a hose clamp right here on this piece of flat pipe, just so that it's got a little bit of a tighter grip there. Loosen her on up. We're going to pull it all the way out is what you want to do. You want to take it all the way apart so then you can now tighten this up just like that. Now that should seal most of the water from getting in. Now look at that. Now that is going to be tight. That is a very tight spot. See how tight I've gotten that? I think it's actually compressed this tube, which is alright. And then now, all that we are going to do is then put our hose clamp back up here. That piece up there. And, you know, give her the nice old little twist. Alright, then we're going to put some silicone back on this piece, and then we're going to also raise that up to where it's going to sit, and that looks good. So yeah, I'm done for the night, but I'm going to run my run a zip tie around this thing, hold all my vent lines from muddy. But all your vent lines should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, 1, 2, 3, 4. There should be 4. I have 3 right here because I don't have my. There should be 4, 5 with your front diff, and then your gas cap should be 6. I have these because I have these ran into the same exact one, which run into a hose to go up top. But you should have 6, and that's them. If you guys do have any questions, you guys can drop them below in the comment section. And all that I'm going to do is I'm going to take and put my snorkel, I'm going to put all my plastic back on, put my snorkel on, and then I'm going to heat shrink all this onto my snorkel and put a hose clamp back on it. And that's all that I'm going to do to this. That's it. I can actually put the first part of my snorkel actually on to show you guys what I'm going to do. I'm also going to clean up this end. And here I'm going to get this all cleaned up. But all that I'm going to do is I'm just going to clean this as good as I can get it. So then, oh gosh, kicked you guys a little bit sideways. We're just going to get this clean because it's, I mean, it's only like, what time is it? It's 6 o'clock. Jeez, dude. Alright, that's fun. It's 6 o'clock. Thinking that it was only like 5, but you know. So, yeah, I'll finish this whole putting it back together probably tomorrow or after I eat because I got food. So, yeah. I probably won't film it just because of the fact that it'll take me double as long. If I was not filming this process, I could probably have done this in a lot shorter of time. But I wanted to show you guys the process. All I'm using is just a razor blade to get the silicone off this. You guys probably, well, not at the same problem because you guys probably didn't snorkel yours like an idiot, but you know, the best part is I thought that my bike was snorkeled. In that one video where I reviewed it, I'm pretty sure that I said that the snorkel worked great. Yeah, it did, like, the 2 times that I used it. Oh yeah, that's silicone dry, that's good. Alright, right there. Just like that, your bike is snorkeled. Now we got a snorkel that's holding on good.